I-29M bought my first home last year, a small but cozy place in a quiet neighborhood filled mostly with retirees and families. It was everything I wanted: low noise, good yard space, friendly neighbors, and close to work. As one of the few younger, single residents, I figured I'd keep to myself and enjoy the peace. My next-door neighbor, Karen, introduced herself on my first weekend there. She didn't even say hello before making comments like, "Your yard is perfect for kids. It's wasted on someone without kids." I laughed it off at first, assuming she was just awkward or making small talk, but it escalated quickly. A few weeks later, I came home to find Karen and her young son inside my fenced backyard, full-on soccer game happening on my grass. The gate had been unlatched. When I told her they needed to leave, she acted offended and said, "You never use your yard. Don't be selfish. My son needs space to play." I told her she was trespassing and asked her to leave again. She stormed off, muttering about how I didn't understand community. After that, she kept dropping increasingly pushy hints, telling me I should think about moving to a smaller townhouse and because families deserve houses with yards more than single people. I started avoiding her. Then her rental went up for sale. Karen came over one evening looking oddly enthusiastic and said, completely seriously, "This is perfect. We should trade houses. I have a kid. You don't need all this room." She acted like it was a mutually beneficial deal, even though my house was more expensive and I'd just bought it. I laughed thinking it was a joke, but she doubled down. A week later, she showed up with printed papers she called a moral obligation contract, claiming I was ethically required to sell my home to her because families should come first. She tried to get me to sign it on the spot. I refused and asked her to leave my property. Things got worse. I came home another day to see Karen, her boyfriend, and a realtor walking around my backyard again, tape measure in hand, talking about how much room there would be for a trampoline once they owned the house. When I confronted them, they acted like I was interrupting their showing. I told them they were trespassing and that I would involve the police if it happened again. That's when I installed security cameras. During her final week before moving out, the cameras caught her trying to open my back gate at 2 a.m., seemingly to get into the yard again. No kid, no reason, just trying to get in. I sent the footage to the landlord and asked him to please get her off my property. She moved out shortly after. Apparently, she and her boyfriend broke up, and her plan fell apart. Once she left, the neighborhood went back to being the peaceful place I'd hoped for. My current neighbors are respectful and friendly, and no one has tried to claim my home based on moral obligation since. Moral: just because